This is so exciting. Look at how big this box is. Wow. Look at all the goodies. Oh my goodness. I love the straw element. It really makes it very like naturey, and I actually really like that as a filler. I love that. So the star of the show, you get the 48 color Himi gouache, which is the jewel cup, which is really cool. So you get so many more colors. And then you get a gouache pad. Oh my god, this is so exciting. I can't wait to use it. So what's interesting about this is that the sides are glued so that you can still tear it away, but it won't buckle as much. I'm hoping. We'll test it out and see. You get 2 pencils, a 2B and a HB, which need sharpening. You get an eraser, which is always very handy. You get a refillable white gouache pouch, which is really cool. You also get a little painting knife so you can mix colors. That's so cool. Oh, I love the little like details. I love this. Very cool. And then you also get 3 brushes. I love that they're yellow. Very cute. Fun fact, I've purchased my own gouache palettes from Himi before, and I've also got 2 sets of their brushes. I've got the blue set, the pink set, and now I've got 3 yellows. I don't know, what other colors do they have for brushes? That's really interesting. I need to have a look at that. And then you also get a pop-up frame, but I think I'm gonna need to have a look at what it looks like. Seems like I've got a little bit of a dent in mine, but it's fine. I can figure it out. But yeah, we'll see how that works as well. But yeah, how exciting. That's everything, isn't it? Oh, I love this. This is so cool. It's like a gift set. You can buy it yourself. So on the back, it tells you what you get as well. So you get 12 pieces. So you get the 48 colors of gouache. You get a paint refill, which is 100 ml, which is really good to be fair. And then you get 3 brushes, 1 gouache pad 7 by 10 inches, 2 pencils, 1 eraser, 1 painting knife, 1 foldable frame, and 1 UFO palette. UFO, that's interesting. I'm guessing it's inside the gouache. So yeah. That's an interesting color. Teeth yellow grey. It's so random. So random. So here's some tips. So they definitely need stirring. So I think I'm gonna start off with stirring the paint, because you can see the medium that the pigments are mixed with are separating. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them in first. So my plan for this painting or this piece or whatever I'm gonna make is to use only the materials that are given in this package. So I'm going to start off with the sketch pad. I've already sharpened the pencils, so I'm going to go in with those. I think I'm going in with the 2HB first so that I can be a little bit more loose and a little bit more like not worry too much about the line work as of yet. My idea for this piece was to paint a bird, but I didn't want to paint just a bird. I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting. So I added wings, but I added butterfly wings so that I could paint them really nicely. This set of paint has so many colours. It's got 48, of course minus the 2 that are white, but so many beautiful colours. I love how pastel-y they are. I love that you can get them super bright and saturated as well. After mixing up all of the paint pigments in the palette itself, I then used the knife provided to bring out some colours that I thought I would need for this piece, as well as the white tube. And then I started to paint. So my usual practice for animals is always to start with the eyes and the mouth or the nose. In this case it's a bird, so it's a beak. And then after that I continue painting the bird. And I think overall it turned out wonderful. I didn't really have a plan. I say this all the time because I think I've explained myself as an intuitive artist, where I will paint using feelings and sometimes that comes with uncertainty. So sometimes I'll figure out color palettes in my head. Most of the time I don't put them on paper. Maybe I should start doing that, but I just looked at the palette and the colors that kind of like drawn me to them I put on the mixing palette. And then as I was painting, I mixed them together. I used just straight up paint. That's how I kind of differentiate between the tones and the gradients. And yeah, you can see I kind of started with the head first so that I could leave that for later. And then I went in with the blue. So I used the blues. I love this like phthalo-y blue that I used. It's the dark shade. So I rarely use black in my work, but I'll always use like a dark blue. Sometimes I'll mix it with some red to really desaturate it and make it as dark as can be. Sometimes adding a yellow in there as well to make it less red will work. And yeah, I love this piece. For my butterfly wings, I just wing it, pun intended. I kind of just like go element by element, especially if there's two sides that are like have to look the same. I'll try and kind of copy the way that I did one side onto the other, and then if I'm using many different colors, I'll try and do them at the same time. Like for the main parts of the wings, the orange shades, I kind of like did one side and then the other, one side the other, as I'm mixing the colors, because as you can see I used a lot of gradients. And then for the second set of wings underneath, I wanted to make them a little bit more brown shade, kind of like what the head is like, so that the head doesn't look too out of place, because I used the blue and the brown and I think it's such a nice combination. And obviously I don't think you get birds with these colors, so I don't even know where that came from. Genuinely just felt it in the moment. I think I used kind of like a monarch butterfly style wings, and then I kind of just use that as the main color palette to work off of, and then use like complementary shades for everything else. So I'm only using the brushes provided in this set as well. I did find it a little bit difficult in some areas because I usually use a tiny little brush, whereas here I only had the option from the 3, and it wasn't a problem too much because I didn't paint this piece too small. It was very small for what it is, for how much detail I did end up adding. However, I could do that with the tip of the smallest brush and it worked pretty well. I'm really happy with the brushes. I know that I mentioned I have these brushes as well, and I do, and I use them all the time. Like, they are some of my favorite brushes. They held up really well. I've had them for many years. Granted, some of them do look a little bit scraggly and a little bit worn, but sometimes I need that fur or like background textures for landscapes. When I'm doing something like grassy areas, I'll use like a more scraggly, less form like based brush that's got hairs sticking out all over the place. Other than that, I do still use some of the brushes, and I'm sure these ones will last me a long time too. For the greenery, I don't know if you'd be able to notice what plant I used for reference, but it's actually kind of funny. So obviously I used the flowers. The flowers don't really have any niche, like I don't think that any kind of sort of flower that exists. I think it's just like a generalization of shapes that I put together. And then the leaves, again, they don't really correlate with the flowers, but I just wanted some viney textures going all over the place. But then it looked kind of plain and I wanted to add in more like greenery, so I didn't know what plant to add because I didn't want it to like clash with the roundness of the first set of leaves, and I didn't want to do like similar shapes to the flowers so that they could stand out. So then I thought, I need something that's a little bit more like not too detailed but has like flowy leaves to like complement the more shapy round leaves. So I decided to use parsley or coriander as the reference, and I think it worked out really well. I don't know if you could tell. Let me know if you did notice what they are at first glance, but I don't think you would have been able to tell that it's parsley. But sometimes like you need these kind of leaves, and it worked. Okay, so let's see how easily this will come off. I found that the ruler is the best to use for unsticking pages. Oh, okay, one side is open. Okay, so this is the very first page. Came off quite easily. Yeah, happy with that. Now I need to take it out. This is what I'm nervous for. Ripping it out. I might not, because I just don't want to bend the paper. So I think I'm just gonna cut along the edge. Just to remove it. Okay, and then this can just come out. now I'm ready for more. So you get 50, which is really exciting. Yeah, perfectly. The paper is quite thin, but I love how it hasn't buckled. I do think it's because of the way that it's glued on the sides. It quite literally doesn't let the paper buckle. And you can see slight indents in the back of the paper, which you can usually see from the water. So yeah, perfect. So with that, I want to thank you for watching this video. It's a little bit of a short one, I hope you don't mind, but I'll be back soon with another one. See you then, bye.